Hey everyone, in this video let's see how we can use a combination of max and if function in Excel to identify the max value in our dataset based on a condition given in a cell. So in this cell, which is H3 and J3, I have a dependent drop down list which simply has the year and the brand, and in the first 5 columns I have my year column, brand, the sales amount made for that year and that brand, the cost and the profits for that given brand and the year. And what I want to do is simply, based on the values of these two cells, identify the max sales, cost and profit for these values that I've selected in the dependent drop down list. So let's get started and I will show you how we can do that. So first let's start with a basic example. So I'm only going to use one of these two values, and in this cell I'm going to write equal to if, and what I'm going to do is simply do a boolean operation in the first cell. So I'm going to select my column A, and let's go back and lock that range, and I'm simply going to check that if anything in that is equal to the year. So I can write equal to and the year, and I'm going to lock this cell so that when I move the code towards the right, the range doesn't change. And let's press F4 to lock that. And if the condition is true, what I want is I want my column C, which is the sales amount. So let's select that and let's go back. And since I'm going to drag this code towards the right, I want to lock the rows but not the columns. So let's press F4 twice so that the columns are absolute and the rows are relative. And if I close that, since I'm using the Office 365 version, I'm getting a spill error. So let's remove all the cells below that so I can clean that. So you can see the Excel is actually spilling out the result of the if function, and based on the criteria, which is 2007, I have received all the values that belongs to the year, which is 2007. And in this, based on this array, now I can find out the max value. So all I can do is simply wrap this code inside max, and let's close max, and if I press enter, I get 270. So you can see that in this range, in this first 12 rows, the max value is actually 270, and which is what we are actually getting in that cell. So this is how to identify the max value based on the if condition, if in case you are using Office 365. But if in case you are using an older version of Excel, what you need to do is simply press Ctrl Shift Enter so that Excel knows that you are actually working with a array formula. And you can notice that in the formula bar we have curly braces around our code. That signifies that we have actually used Ctrl Shift Enter to insert the code. And now I can simply drag this code towards the right, and I get 121 for cost. So let's filter out this table so that we can see easily. And in this cell you can see that 121 is the max value, which is also reported in the bottom bar, and for profits we get 148. So it looks like the result is working. So let's filter out and let's see if we select 2008 if the code is working or not. And for 2008 we should get 213, 103 and 110, and this is exactly what we are getting for cost and profit for 2008. And what we can do now is that simply copy this and paste it here so that we can incorporate the brand in the max if function. So let's write our if function so that we can identify the max sales amount, cost and profit based upon the brand that we have selected in the slicer. And instead of writing the range again and again, what we can simply do is name these ranges. So I can select this, my whole data set, and simply go to the formulas tab, and I can click on the option which is create from selection, and just make sure that only the top row option is selected. And if I click on OK, and in this drop down you can see that I have five names which are for brand, cost, profits, sales and year. And if I press Ctrl and F3, you can see that I have my 5 names for these ranges, and I can simply use them instead of referring to the explicit range. So let's write equal to if brand is equal to Contoso. So let's log that cell, and if that is true, what I want is the sales. Otherwise I do not want anything. Let's close that and press enter. So we can see that in case if the brand is Contoso, let's filter that first of all. If the brand is Contoso, only 3 of these values should be visible. So we should get the max amount, which is 270. So let's filter out again, and you can see that in the range itself we are getting 270, 213 and 214. And if I select the code and press F9, this is the array that we are getting after computing the if function. And based on that, let's compute the max amount. So I can wrap this code inside max, and let's press enter, and you can see that we have received the 270 for the sales amount. And let's press Ctrl Shift Enter in case if we are using the older version of Excel, and let's drag this code towards the right. And a downside of using the name manager or the named ranges is that the range will not actually change, so I need to manually change that. And in case of cost, I can simply write cost, sorry, it should be brand here, not cost. So brand and cost, let's press enter, I get 121. And here I need to write profits, let's press enter, and I get 148 for that brand. And if I change that to worldwide importers, the result is changing, and let's make sure that it is correct. So if I go and select worldwide importers, I get 75, 35 and 39. 75, 35 and 39. So that is the result we are getting, and it is correct. Now let's see how we can incorporate both the year and the brand in a single if function so that we can identify the max sales, cost and profit per each year and the brand. So in this data set, I do not have any duplicates. So what I'm going to do is simply drag some values downwards so that once we are trying to multiply and do a Boolean operation, we get more than one value, and then it will be easier to explain what the code is actually doing. So I'm going to simply create some duplicates in the data set by pressing Ctrl and D. And instead of worldwide importers, I'm going to choose the option of Contoso, which is at the top, and I'm going to copy this and place it here so that I can write once again. So let's open the if function, and I'm going to open another bracket where I'm going to write if year is equal to the 2008, then I'm going to close the bracket and then multiply and open another bracket, and I'm going to write brand should be equal to Contoso, and let's close the bracket and make sure that the ranges are absolute. So let's select the code and press F9 to see what is actually happening, and you can see that when the year is equal to 2008, we get true false true false. So you can see that somewhere here we are having a true in the from the row 13 onwards, and for the first few rows we are getting false. And similarly for brand, if I select that and press F9, I get true true true, because in the first 3 rows I have Contoso, and that is what I am actually comparing against. And when these two arrays are actually multiplied, we get a combination of 0 0 0 0 1 1 1. So how many zeros are here? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. So I think it will give us 213, 73 and 43. Let's press Ctrl Z, and I'm going to write here sales, and let's press enter. So you can see that initially we get false, and then we are getting 213, 73 and 43 for these 3 ranges. And now I'm going to wrap this code inside the max function so that we can get the max value amongst that array. And if I press enter, I get 213. And since if you're following with the older version of Excel, just simply press Ctrl and Shift enter so that it is entered into the cell as an array function or the array formula. And now all I need to do is simply drag this code towards the right and simply change the return part, which in this case will be cost, and in this case will be profit. And if I press enter, and let's check that if the result that we are getting is correct or not. So in the year, I'm going to check 2008, and the result should be 103 and 110. So let's click on OK. And for Contoso, we are getting 103 and 110. So it looks like the result is correct. And let's select 2007. I get 270, 121 and 148. So that was how you can use a combination of max and if function to identify a max value in a given dataset based upon the true false condition. And that was all for this video. If you have any questions for me, just let me know in the comment section, and I will post this file in the link to this file in the comment section so that you can follow along, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, have a great day.